They don't care that Amazon named an arena the Climate Pledge Arena. They don't care that Amazon is taking steps to try to reduce its carbon footprint, which it has no obligation to do. But all they care about, and once they get a little bit from Amazon, you give them a little carrot and cookie, and then they'll take more. This segment is brought to you by Eastside Weight Loss Clinic. I'm down 37 pounds on the program, and I lost most of that in just 2 months. Do what I did and what so many other undivided viewers have done. Schedule your free 15-minute consultation today at eastsideweightlossclinic.com. This is the headline from the Seattle Times. Seattle climate protesters blockade Amazon corporate HQ building. The protesters stood in front of Amazon for about an hour Wednesday morning. On 6th Avenue, a group of protesters used cars to block the entrance to a garage and a line of bicycles to block foot traffic. Now, I hope all those cars were electric. Certainly, they wouldn't be gas cars, but I have somebody checking in on that for me. They're sorry for the inconvenience, organizers said, but the tech company's carbon footprint is already massive and is expected to grow large, despite corporate leadership promising the opposite. They had such riveting chants as, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, fracked gas has got to go. Fracked gas is a fossil fuel. Renewable energy is way more cool." Wow, that is catchy.
Clever.
Fracked gas is a fossil fuel. Renewable energy is way more cool. Hey, that's pleasant. I don't mind that at all. Then the protesters, part of a group called Troublemakers, are hoping to force Amazon to distance itself from a controversial natural gas pipeline project spanning from Canada through Idaho and Washington and into Oregon. Amazon support technician Dowd Wolk said he understood the protesters' concerns, but that the action was preventing him from getting to work. Quote, "Everybody's got to pay rent," he said. "It's just what it is."
Amazon for f***ing up the GTN Express. Amazon for f***ing up the GTN Express. The climate crisis looming, it makes f***ing sense. The climate crisis looming, it makes f***ing sense.
I think one of the things that gets me about this, and this goes back to something we talk about on the show all the time, which is you can't give a mouse a cookie. You have a company like Amazon that I would argue has gone above and beyond to try to, despite its size, reduce its carbon footprint. It talks, the Climate Pledge Arena. Jeff Bezos named it the Climate Pledge Arena, and I get it. Inslee has shown us that just saying you care about the climate does not necessarily translate into actually caring about the climate. But Amazon is one of those companies that I will say have tried very hard to appease the climate crowd. Nicole was pulling up some of their goals, like the Climate Pledge Fund, things they're trying to do to reduce their carbon footprint. Like, they talk a lot about this, and to say that they're not interested in doing it, I think is disingenuous. But it also just shows that if you give a mouse a cookie, this is what's going to happen. They don't care that Amazon named an arena the Climate Pledge Arena. They don't care that Amazon is taking steps to try to reduce its carbon footprint, which it has no obligation to do. But all they care about, and once they get a little bit from Amazon, you give them a little carrot and cookie, and then they'll take more. And so I just don't get with these corporations that try to appease sort of a woke fringe minority. I don't know if they think there's a point at which that fringe political minority stops asking things of them. It was the same with like the taxation and all of that. And it's like, Amazon was trying to be a good corporate citizen in the city of Seattle. It has spent money trying to help with the homelessness issue and public safety, et cetera, but they're always going to be vilified. They're always going to have this fringe political minority that wants to come and take money from them, tax them, and scare them out of the city and thinks they're a net negative for the city. So if it's Amazon, I would just be like, I just don't care to acquiesce to any particular crowd that might have a pet project or a pet issue. We're just going to run our business and do what we want to do. And then if they want to protest outside the spheres or pull up probably their gas vehicles to block a parking garage as they're talking about fossil fuels, then so be it. So give a mouse a cookie. They'll just protest outside your headquarters anyway.